everyone, it's Kay from the Paper Shed. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks for popping on and joining me again today. I'm here with another challenge video, which is for LineDotArrow, and it's the March challenge. The first week challenge is decorating a paper bag. We've got loads of people joining in, and as usual, the event's huge. There is new papers, freebies and a kit that you can go to over at LineDotArrow. There's going to be 4 beautiful kits to work with and the new challenge and challenge papers. So, as I said, all the information will be down below for you to be able to take part. Please do go and join them. There's a kit reveal and flip through video, which I will attach to the description box from Natalie. The challenge is obviously the decorating of the paper bag. And there is a video to watch for that. This month, they're playing with 4 kits. So there's the vintage patterned journal papers, there's the vintage blank journal paper pages, and pretty pastels vintage journal pages, and floral scraps mini kit. It isn't a mini kit, it's got quite a few pages in. Go across and watch that, and you will find out. There is going to be a discount code of 30% during the whole month of March, so that you can all join in if you want to. You don't have to, however, purchase the kit. There will be freebies each week. The Facebook groups that are hosting the challenge is Two Sisters Jam, Junk Journal Tutorials and More, Sweet Pea Papers, Junk Journal and Paper Crafts, Sophie's Crafty Corner, and of course LineDotArrow. So I'm just happy to be able to do a video on mine. I just thought I would video it. I just enjoy taking part, but in an interactive way. So I hope that's fine by everybody. I'm going to be doing my paper bag. Now, I've got an assortment of paper bags. So I've been flippy-flappy in them all over and creasing them up and doing lots of different things. I've even got a green one here that I've cut into pieces because I thought, well, what else can we do with it? And obviously, you know, we all know how to do this one, which is the secret pocket. Then I sort of got a page and I was sort of flipping it and folding it and putting it on and seeing what I could create with that, which, you know, was okay. I thought, oh, could do a pocket though. We could do a nice bag open pocket here, and then this side we could have a little tuck pocket. But now I decided to go with something completely different. So there's several ideas. You know, you don't have to just decorate the bag as it is. You can do other options. And this is my option. I've decided to make a little notebook because I was doing notebooks for another project. And I thought, that'd be interesting. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to fold this and glue it down and make it into a little notepad that you can stick into a journal. Love the idea. So I'm going to be working with these ones here. The black one ended up being a little bit too big, but to be honest, you could make a little thin journal out of that. And you could also make this longer by cutting off here. So cutting off this bag here and then attaching that to this on the outside and make that longer so that you could make a much bigger journal if you wanted to. There's options, you know, there's lots of different options and things that you can do. Just thought I'd share that with you. So I'm going to get my stuff together. This is the freebie part of the kit. There is 3 papers. This is beautiful. Lovely green, grungy type, and this beautiful vibrant pink, which complements all of these lovely papers. And then you get all of these bits together, little ephemera bits to decorate with. So that's what we're going to be using, and I'm going to go away and start. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I've cut all my pieces out for this one. I'm just going to show you how to fold this paper bag. It's not difficult. You just open it up. Oops. You just open it up. Fully. And then line those 2 lines up. Line those 2 lines up so that your creases are in the same place. and then you literally just flatten it out so that you're creating that. So what you want to do here is get your lines in the right place and you point so that it's a neater finish. There you go. These are slightly a bit thin, which is why I decided to do a notebook instead of anything else. So it's a little bit more difficult. But if you've got sturdier bags, that shouldn't be difficult at all. Okay. So then this becomes your flap. So you're going to fold that over and give that a crease in. Okay, crease all those down, crease that down, and then that's going to get glued, so you want that. Now, I want to leave my opening because I want to use it as a pocket, so I don't want to go right up to that folded score line. I want to just leave it a little bit shy. I'm going to level it up top and bottom, and then I'm going to squeeze this down like so. Now it won't be perfect, it's a paper bag, so you just have to go with how it falls. Now you could use that as an envelope, make a notch here and use it as an envelope, do the sides up, and that'd be nice on any as any pocket. You could use it as a flap on a page like this, so you could glue down there and there and use it as a top loader, and that could be your flip for your page. There's lots of ways that you can use this sort of design to do whatever you want it to do, really. And there's lots of options with paper bags. The best thing for you to do, like I did, was just play with it, fold it, play with it, see what happens and what you like, what you don't like. And yeah, I'm sure you'll come up with loads and loads of ideas for the uses of paper bags. I've not used them much in my journals, but like I said, you can use it on pages like this. And that could be a flip out. You could have it coming out if you wanted to, like so, or you could glue it down, have an opening there. You could do it on the bottom of a page, although this is 5 3/4, so I don't think a bottom page it would work, but it would definitely work on a side page. You can use it as a standalone thing, glue that on as a pocket here, which means then, so you'd have a pocket there, you'd open it up, you'd have a pocket there, and you'd have a pocket there. So there's a three pocket option. There's lots of options. Just play with it. That's all I did, and this is what I've come up with. So that's how you fold it. I've inked all around my edges just to save a little bit of time. And what I've done is I've cut all my papers already so that this video isn't overly long. Now, I don't really want to use that glue. I want to use this glue. So I'm just going to glue my loose bits down, or the bits that I want to, I want glued down before we start. And then you can glue this pocket up if you want to, but I want to leave it. So I'm going to leave that as a pocket. Then what I'm going to do is these are my front bits. These are my front bits. So I want the pink ones on my front bit, like so. So I'm going to glue that in. So I hope everyone's enjoying the event. It's going to be quite a nice little monthly event, I think, for LineDotArrow and Sweet Pea Papers and all the other groups that are involved. And it's nice to get involved, I think. So that's the front. This is the back. She does put an awful lot of work into these events. Natalie does. and they are enjoyable. It keeps you crafting, and you know, gives you some fantastic ideas. Go across and watch her paper bag. That one's come up a bit shy. I don't know why. Actually, let me tell you what I'll do. Come on, come on, come on. I'm going to put it towards the top, and then what I'll do is I'll put a binder down the spine. It'll help with my, I will get it in a minute. It'll help with the, my sewn in signature for my notes. I've started with this, it's still not on properly, look. I do apologise, we'll need to do that again. It's going to work. So I want that quite low down on there, on that folded edge there. Yeah, I should have used the collal, shouldn't I? Never mind. It's dunded now. So I've got a bit of a gap there. I don't know why that is. I obviously didn't measure properly. So what I'm going to do, because I'm going to be sewing in a spine down here, what I'll do, I think, is I'll pop a little border down the spine so that you've got something to sit on properly. And then the inside, that's the outside. Let me see if this fits properly. Yeah. Okay, let's get this on. On the way. I'm going to have to go quite close to there. And there. Oh, and that was to remind me to put that on first. And I didn't do it. So where's the middle before it sets? It's about 3.5. So that's 1 3/4 there. So I'm just going to use poker tool, poke that in. Yeah, I don't need to, do I? I can do it this way. Where was my 1 3/4 mark? Is here. Okay, so what I want to do now is I just want to poke a hole right in the middle, about there, and I'm going to stick this on. All this is 4 circles glued together with a brad in the middle and some string on the end. It doesn't need to be overly strong, and I'm just going to poke that in through there, give that a tight squeeze, and that gives me my string. Just going to cut that bit off there. I glued the string around the brad just so that it would lift it up a little bit. Some people put smaller circles. And what I want to do with the end of this one is I just want to stick it onto the end of here. I used to do this a lot with my photo albums. I used to follow a lady that used to call them doodads. So that's where that comes from. It just gives you a weight on the bottom of your string, which I always found useful, to be honest. And then she used to do some glossy accents on it to give it a bit of extra weight. But we're not going to do that in this instance. But that is what they are used for. So that's that. Then we're going to do the inside. So I don't know about you. I've mentioned it before in a video and somebody did comment. So I know there is other people out there, but every time I'm at my desk, if I'm watching YouTube videos and I want to make notes, which I do quite a lot, Just make sure that that is folded okay. There we go. I love this green. This is really nice green as well. I like the colour of that. That's going to go on there. But when I'm watching YouTube videos and I want to make notes, I never have paper that I want to write on. I've got thousands and thousands of sheets of paper on my desk. Well, maybe thousands is a bit over exaggerated, but I do have a lot of paper. I even have a lot of scraps. I've got scrap bin right next to me. And I can never find a piece of paper that I want to actually write on. I pick it out of my scraps and I think, oh, that's nice there. I like that. So I've got into making these little notelets, which is where this has come from, really. I was making one for another video, and I made a notebook in the bingo session. In the bingo event for Sunflower and Doors Junk Journal Fix. And I made it out of a scrap piece of chocolate boxing. Ooh. Why is that one so big? I didn't do this very well, did I? I'm going to have to cut that off. Yeah, I'm going to have to just trim it. I want to keep that edge though, that's the trouble. I want to keep that edge. Let me just trim that down. Just a tad, if I can. No, I've done it. Try not to cut the string. I don't know how I've done that. I'm going to have to do it with scissors. Yeah, which isn't going to be great, is it? Maybe if I turn it around, put my... I've got to be careful because this bag is... Put it onto there, like so. And then use my knife to do it. I really need the see-through one because I can't see if it's straight. And I want to take off about 1/4 of an inch. See if that's worked. I don't know if it has. Oh, it has. It's stuck to my ruler. It's stuck to my ruler. I'm going to bring the bag slightly. But I'm not actually bothered about that. I just want to get that glued in as best I can. Cut it a little bit short, but at least it's straight. And now it's not... That's it, it's not inked. Okay, we managed to do it, no problem at all. So that's the actual cover, all done and dusted. That could have come up a little bit, which is probably why. Okay, I'm getting tangled up, put my knife away, because that's the wrong thing to have out. Just move these out of the way. Okay, so this is the front. We just need a piece, don't we, to go down the side of there. And I think I'm going to try and use a piece of green. Just because. So we know that it is... I'm sure we know that it is 5 3/4. And it is. So I'm just going to cut that down to 5 3/4. Oh, it's just shy of 5 3/4. So you'll have to do it that way. 5 3/4. I'm just going to go a little over. And then I just want about 1.5 inches. Would that be enough to go around? 1.5 inches would probably be enough. And then I just need to score it down the middle, just so that we can put a little binding on that edge. 1.5 inches, which means it's at 3 3/4. 3/4 of an inch. Fold it over. I'm just going to ink it quickly. Fold it over. Okay, and then that's going to slide and fit into there like so. That'll just give me a nice thing to put the signature through. So I'm going to glue that in. Maybe I should use Collal. Seems as all the prepping in the world doesn't make it any better. I want it down the middle of there, and I'm going to have to let that dry, aren't I? So what we can do before we put the signatures in is we can decorate the front then. So just make sure that that's on. Yeah, that's quite nice. So I've made a couple of little cards, journaling cards, because I love this paper, and they're going to go and sit in here. Okay, she says. They're a little tight actually, but they will fit. So they're little journaling cards. That will give that some sturdiness. Okay, then I've got a little pocket which I wanted to stick. It fits better on this page, on the front edge. So we'll stick that into there, and I want that stuck fairly quickly. These were from the freebie kit. These tabs aren't very big either, so I'll just level that up on that, on the paper edge. Just hold that down a second. Sorry if I'm off screen. And then these tags just need to have some eyelets and some ribbons in, don't they? I've got some nice green ribbon actually. These holes are a bit far down as well. But we'll go in with it because they're beautiful tags. I love the flowers. Definitely remind you of spring. So there's one done. Could put hole enforcers in these as well, just for added extra. But I didn't forward think enough. And yeah, so I'll just find some, so that one can go in there. Oh, that one can as well actually. So I'll just put those 3 in there, like so, with some ribbon in a minute. It's getting pretty fat, so I'm just gonna, there we go. And I'm just going to use that to tie around it. I'm not going to bother with another reinforcer. And then that just slides into there. Yeah, I like that. Okay. It'll be okay for my desk, won't it? When I can't find any paper. How can you do paper crafting and not find any paper? Okay. So all we need to do now is decorate the front. Now let's see. Now I did cut this out and I sort of cut this. What happened was when I printed it, my printer stopped halfway through printing this page, so I got half of this page again. So what I did was I cut that out, and then I cut the flowers out so that I could have made that sort of into a, sort of 2D sort of thing. But that doesn't fit on my project, so I've only got these bits to use. I wanted to use something for texture on the front. It's only for me, so it doesn't really matter. But I wanted some texture on the front, and now I'm covered in glue, so it proves a little difficult. And then this is such a lovely image that I quite liked that. I have a little label here, and I don't know whether I want it at the top or the bottom. And then you've got some flowers, which I'm not bothered about, to be honest. I do, however, like the butterflies. Don't really want to use the blue, so I'm going to go with the pink and the lighter colours. And I like one there. And one there. But then I'd like to put a label on here. Or some words, maybe. I don't know. I quite like that, though. That's actually quite nice. Should we go with that? What about the pink one? I just didn't want it to be level. Or what about we put the pink on here? And then use a cream one for the bottom. Oh, I like that. Yeah, we're going to do that. So I think that's what we're going to stick with. I can write on that and put notes on it. So let's just get this glued to that. I find it easier to do this and then pull it. So I'm just going to use some Collal just to glue this down. Okay, focal on that. Have I put that too high now? Maybe, maybe not. Let's just see. I can cut some of this off because it's a bit too much. Too much. But I'll wait until I'm done with it. Do you want to put the label down the bottom then instead? And then we can put a butterfly there and a butterfly here. And then we can stick the label over here with a butterfly there maybe. Oh yeah, I like that. I like it. So we're going to do it. I've got the Collal now, so I may as well just use this. I quite like that over that bit. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to do a signature for the middle, just a note signature. And then and sew that in. No, I want it about there, don't I? I quite like that little green strip. Wasn't planned, but that's always the way, I think, as well. I always think you find better ways when you make mistakes. And sometimes it works out for the better, sometimes it doesn't. So I think I'm going to just trim some of this off because I don't want it hanging over there. And then I think I'm going to trim this side off as well because I think there's too much there and down there. Try not to cut the bouquet. That's fine. Oh, I like it. It's going to look quite pretty on my desk, do you think? As a little notelet. We just need something to go in these holes. And I know that I've got some green some beautiful green ribbon. But I don't know where it is. I'll find it in just a jiffy, just bear with me a sec. So all we're going to do with the, all I've done is just pick some papers to go inside here, and I've just cut it down. I measured the inside of there and I folded it in half. Okay, so I'm just going to fold that in half. You can't see what I'm doing, can you? Because I'm working on the end of my desk as usual. So I'm just going to fold that in half as best I can. And then let me just turn that around. That's it. So I haven't got many. How many sheets I've got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you've got 14 pages, 28 sides. Plenty big enough for this. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to 3/0 pamphlet stitch that into there. And I'm just going to use this green thread to do it. And then that closes over there like so. And then we're just going to go around and hook it over. And there we've got that. So I'll just sew that in. Don't really think I needed that flap, but you know, it is what it is. Let's just get that green thread. Okay, so I've got my needle and thread for to sew my signature in. I did actually find some ribbon, not the one that I was looking for. It's a little bright, but when I've put it in, it's too bulky. So I've changed my mind and I've just put the green thread in there just to save the bulk. So we're just going to thread and do our signature, and then we'll be done. So I'm just going to make 3 holes, and I'm just sort of eyeballing it. I'm not really bothered where they are. And then I'm going to hold it into there. I'm going to move that and put that onto there, and then I'm just going to thread these through. So we go through the middle, hold that. No, I didn't do this, did I? So let me just make the holes top and bottom with that, and then I'm done with thread. Okay, so I'm going to go into there, into the top. Doesn't matter which end you do with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, you can do top or bottom. Just go into the middle. If you want your thread on the outside to put a charm or anything like that in. Oh, I don't think I've made my thread long enough. Just about. That's a tight fit. I could have swore I did 3 lengths. Maybe I only did 2. I'm going to have to put that in that way so that it will thread through there. Come on. You know you wanna. No, let me do that again. Okay, start that again. If you want your threads on the outside, start from the outside. If you want your thread not in the middle of the inside, start from the inside. It's only really handy on the outside if you're going to put a charm or something on. Through that one. And like I said, it doesn't really matter. The middle one matters. Just try not to get or rethread your thread. In this instance, because it's embroidery thread, it doesn't matter because it separates. And then all we do, you can still put a dangle on this if you wanted to do it from the inside. Just make sure you've got that tight enough. Do 2 knots and then you can cut it off. There we go. Take your clip off And then we've got a nice, just move all these threads. Put my needle away, otherwise I'll lose it. I'm just going to pop those in the bin. And now I just need to give that a good burnish down on both sides. And then that closes over there, wraps around there. And there we have that. Oh, I like it. It's quite fun, huh? I like the way that turned out. This green would have gone because it makes it pop, but it was a little bit too thick and it wasn't the ribbon that I was thinking of anyway. So, yeah, hope you like it. As I said, I don't think I really needed this flap on it, but as we was doing a bag, you know, we did. So, yeah, I like that. Probably could. My granddaughter's actually messaging me. So, hi, Amelia. This is what Nanny's doing. Yeah, I love that. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave me a thumbs up if you did. Go across to Line.Arrow and Sweet Pea Papers, and you will find all the event information that you need. It is listed down below. Come back and join me for next week's. I don't know what the prompt is at the moment. You'll get a notification of that if you join in with the event. And yeah, I'll be on next week with the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.